Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive in right away. We're going to start out by pulling your symbols. This is going to be your reading for the next 3 months. And then I'm going to jump into your coffee cup. At the end, we're going to pull some cards for past, present, and future energies of each month coming forward. And then at the end, I'm going to pull your oracles to get clarity. We're pulling an astral house main theme of the next 3 months, and I am pulling a month of the year. I don't know why I left this part, but okay, let's pull some more cards from there too, Why not? Because that's it. That's what we're doing today. Because we have free will. So I dropped everything on the floor. Why not? By the way, if you're new here, welcome. And if you have been here for a while and haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit subscribe, join this beautiful soul community. Let's expand and grow together. Let's go hit the 100,000 this year. We have a broken ring here, parting out of the ways in either romance or business. I feel like everything comes here is a good sign. If you are having a hard time maybe to let go of someone and or maybe they're not letting go of you, it can be also aligning with your current energy. You're matching an energy that grants you freedom, and then poof, they're just disappearing. Maybe that's the thing. Or this can be like finalizing something, okay? Finalizing. That's why I want to interpret this as a new life coming forward. We have a shield. You need to defend yourself. No, that's not nice. Tiger doing something risky and taking a chance. Let's see what's the astral house. Love. Okay, maybe in love. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So I feel overall you're letting go of something, but that something might be actually requiring you to protect yourself initially. I don't mean forever. But then you're going to do something risky, taking a chance. But I want to point this out. Doing something risky doesn't mean that always risking your life. This can be something risky for you, maybe you have never done. Don't think of it in the sense of like, I need to just go in an adrenaline rush. Okay, it can be maybe changing your toothpaste brand. Okay, maybe you never done. I haven't done that forever, for example. I use the same brand. Maybe changing that, okay? Or maybe like changing the path that you usually take. It doesn't have to be like amazingly risky something. And that can be actually affecting you in a way that protects you from negative forces. Or I want to interpret it in a way, maybe there is a relationship that is coming to an end and maybe you try to maintain this forever. Now it's time to just say, no, I'm not doing the work. If you want it, you do the work, okay? And then if it's leaving your life, it means that there is a new space opening for something better. Wedge here, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want, but this wedge kind of reminded me of like a wedding cake, okay? So I like to interpret this in a way that cake can be like having your cake and eat it too, that kind of a thing. Maybe this is something pleasurable you want and something or someone is preventing you to get that. Okay, consider that, okay? Bag, we have something important such as a new job or a raise. Wow, looking good. I love that. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. All right. The pig, beware of greed. Pig can be piggy bank, time to go out and have fun. Okay, so while you're having fun, maybe do not exaggerate it. It can be it. And we have January this month. This is the first, number one. This is a beginning, a new beginning coming forth, which would love that, okay? And it can also be maybe you realizing that you're not being greedy, okay? One, a new beginning, self, you recognizing your truth. Let's see what's inside here. I see like inside, outside, everything spilled out. The tea is hot, so you might be receiving a lot of gossip. Okay, I see kind of like a letter H and a K. It can be in someone's first name or the last name. These are outside of your comfort zone. It can be in the name of a company, HR company maybe. It seems like here there's a lot of movement happening. Okay, maybe you're working in the HR, hiring, firing, a lot of those actions are happening. There are new pathways are opening for you. Maybe you're exploring new things. They're all leading towards something here. The first thing I saw is like a cake, a woman, and a bear. A bear is giving you a cake and you're eating it. A feminine energy is taking it. You might be the one taking it. And so cake is the pleasure. The wedge can be actually the pleasure that you're trying to get to. But the thing is, you need to travel a path here. Maybe emotional path or spiritual path or physical path where you need to travel in order to get to that cake and to the bear. Bear can be the beast also. The beast can be someone who has boundaries at this time or maybe has walls around them. But you're getting inside that castle. Okay? Maybe you're the beast in the gender-wise. If you're the masculine energy in the relationships, maybe you're not really allowing anyone. Seems like there are many pathways opening and a lot of movement starts to happen in that area that you're blocked. And but again, it's your free will, your allowance. When you let it come, you're going to be able to enjoy the cake with someone or something that you desire. Within the third month, there's a highway of opportunities opening here. Okay, this can be a lot of ideas coming to you, the funnel that you're forming, filling up. This can be energetic space you're opening, filling up with abundance, resources, money. And this can also be ideas, inspiration, people. Maybe you're inviting a lot of people into your space, or you're doing some business that will give service to many people. Okay. And these are all outside your comfort zone. So you're executing something all outside your comfort zone, not inside. When we get back inside here though, there's person here inside of like a building right there. Maybe you're working in a building at this moment and kind of forming like a letter B can be in the name of the building that you're working at. And I see that you're sitting on the number 8 here. Number 8 can be symbolizing material satisfaction moment. It can be symbolizing getting like a payment out of the situation, payment out of a person or the company maybe you're working at. This can be a payment coming to you through that, maybe a retirement payment. And it seems like you are not going to be able to fully leave that place. Maybe they're asking you to just stick around until we take care of everything or learn everything from you if you're the supervisor there. And so until the second month, you're in that space. But I see there's a Capricorn, a goat coming in. The goat can be someone. Capricorn is a resilient energy. Capricorn is extremely disciplined and focused, oriented. So smart most of the time. Capricorns are actually very good workers. So this can be someone who's coming to take most of the work out of your hands. So you can have the freedom that you want. Within the second month timeline, I see there's a person's face here. And he's inside of a cup. So someone might come to you with a very fulfilling offer. Okay, that's why we see this person's face inside of the cup. And you're not taking the offer right away because you have other options you're considering. Okay, maybe thinking about, and there's also an outside source that you have that you can grow. So you might be considering having back and forth communications and maybe asking for more stuff before maybe this is leaving that place or having like maybe becoming a partner. And then there are 2 pathways opens within the third month. This can be back and forth travel. There's a woman who's wearing a cloak. Can indicate someone with official job cloak. The nurses, they don't not wear it today, but back in the day, I remember when I was younger, like I was a child, I remember the nurses are wearing this white uniforms with that square hat and capes. So I feel like this can be someone who is a nurse or who's a nurturing person. You might also either meet this person along the way you travel, or this might be someone that you're going to see, okay? And it seems like when you come back, there's a sheep appearing here. Sheep symbolizes fertility, growth, opportunity, and also abundance because they grow there a lot of wool. Maybe some of you want to have children. This can be symbolizing that too. Maybe the nurse practitioner or doctors used to have capes too. I don't know, like if you remember those times in the cold. I remember them wearing this long capes. So maybe this can be some doctor, old school, like teaching you something, or we can take this as like a mentor as well. Maybe teaching you how to herd a group of sheep. It can be teaching, like, it can be in the literal sense, it can be in the sense of like community, but don't take the sheep in the sheepish way. I feel like that's not really the symbol meaning here. I feel like sheep is actually someone abundant, someone resourceful, someone also very sentient as creatures. They're amazing animals, so they're very loving. They can communicate like with their shepherds and stuff, if you ever watch those kind of videos. So this can be like a good crowd that you would love to be a part of. I see here it is going to open a pathway for you, and there's a figure actually pointing out the pathway. So you might get like an inspiration, or maybe you might get like guidance through that community towards a direction, okay, which will lead to like a sunshine and peace. Okay, it seems like you're considering it. Maybe towards the end of the 3rd month, you're going to take that pathway. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see the crescent moon here. It can be a legal accomplishment, governmental success, institutional approval. Your desire coming forward, but it cuts off a halfway. So it can be something that you will complete one section of it, and then the second section of it will require some other types of effort or different type of approach. 2 tears of joy are very good news. I love that. Another thing I see here is a split. Kind of reminds me of the brain mind splitting up into 2, or walnut. I don't know why I said like walnut. Walnut can be like, it's kind of looks like if you ever seen like a fresh raw kind of like a walnut here, it kind of seems like that one. When you open it up, the piece is actually left inside. So this can be coming as like a warning as well. Maybe there is something that requires maturing before you open it up. This can be maybe a money that you put into place, like that kind of like a maybe bank system, something. Or it can be a project. It can be literally a seed that you have planted that you shouldn't dig up and look at what's happening first, okay? With that, so it is coming in and maybe even telling you that it's growing. There's a tree right under it. This is something, a project you worked on, or maybe something you have planted, and maybe it's just an idea. Digging it back up and looking at it is this: not trusting that it's going to work out, okay? That simple act of, oh, I don't trust it's going to work out. I still did it, but I don't know if it's going to work out or not. I'm doing this, but no, it's not going to work out. I'm trying to eat healthy, but I don't know if it's going to work out. That kind of attitude can be actually like deadly on the project. So I feel like here, this is basically telling you you're dancing right there and you're getting one victory. There's a heart attached to it. Focus on what's thriving rather than the things that you don't see the results yet. Okay. And this doesn't mean do not nurture them. This means that do not put any negative meanings, attaching negative things to them. Okay. I see your energy field is intact. There's a sun shining within here, 3rd month timeline. Some good news might actually come forth. Some good movement might happen, maybe around you in your community and outside of your community, but it's affecting you as well. Let's see what's going on with the tarot. I told you we're gonna go month by month, and also past, present, and future. The past seems like here you have done a lot of work already. That's why I felt maybe some of you are getting retired or preparing for that. And it seems like you have carried all the burden of the world on your back so far. Okay. But how is that going to affect the future with an ending? This is finalization, home, security, stability, ceremony in the sense of celebrating all that hard work's outcome. That's why I feel it can be maybe going through a relationship and finalizing with marriage, going through a hard work environment and retirement. This is something in the present moment you will experience joy of celebration, recognition, and maybe loved ones even coming together and celebrating your finish line, success line here, okay? We have here future. This will bring you a lot of courage, and not only that, bravery, and also maybe even moving forward with other desires you have, because you're going to have this energy of like, I have taken care of a very hard thing all by myself, and now we're celebrating that. It's time for us to get to the next journey. Okay, now I know better, I will do better, I will thrive in the other things that I want to do. Okay, and the bravery can be vulnerability. Maybe you're going to get the financial results, material results out of it, so you're going to be able to take a leap of faith and do other activities you will enjoy doing. Okay, let's see now. This is the second month. We have Knight of Wands, fire energy. You're starting, maybe even ending with the Leo, fire energy. Oh, I told you the lion, the Leo. Okay. Did you have the lion here disturbing everyone or no? Did I see such a thing in here? My mind goes back and forth. But no, we have the letter B here. B is a new beginning, okay? So you're taming a lion at the end of the day, and this lion is coming up with a good idea for you, a confidence, and you're gonna, I told you there's courage, confidence, and enthusiasm coming to you, and you are creating that as an idea, and within the second month, you're turning that into an action, okay? How to take action, how to operate it, how to start materializing it. You're going to start to come up with those action points, and then maybe even start to execute and follow them, which will get you to the moment of material success. Ace of Pentacles is investment, material gain, and opportunities coming your way. But overall, I don't feel like this is blind courage that you are going to muster up or anything like that. You are going to accomplish something amazing that will give you experience. With that experience, you're going to have courage. You're going to execute that. That will help you start some new financial opportunity or bring some business ideas to you. You're going to execute it very well. But Ace of Pentacles is not a random energy. It's like a prepared energy. You already have the knowledge. Okay? Maybe you didn't think that it can be used that way, or maybe you don't want to take the risk so far. However, you're going to find the courage to execute that. Let's see what the future brings. It will bring you the people that you need in order to make this thing happen. Okay? The people, we have collaboration, group work, excellent outcome that you will create with these people. And I feel like this can even be an environment that you're going to bring people together. You're going to call them and you're going to give them their, like, you need to do, paint the wall, you need to look at the structure or whatever it is that is necessary. You're going to allocate the energy, and they will, I feel like, together create an excellent work. That's what I would like to check as well. Some of you might be creating some amazing new financial ideas, coming up with that and then creating it. Yes, exactly. And you might just jump into this thing with, oh, beautiful, slowly. But it seems like it's going to, from page energy, like an inexperienced to very wise energy very quickly. And I feel like there's something maybe you're offering to people, humanity, or it's going to have this kind of like an exchange energy that you offer something, it offers you something that you exchange, material with the product or kind of a thing. But overall, this is going to upgrade you really fast, okay, from the page, meaning the new beginner, to hermit, which is wise wisdom, a person who knows all and he has his wish in his lantern already. Okay, let's see this third month's energies for you. We have the King of Wands, which is also another fire energy, loyal, dynamic, assertive. In the meantime, I would like to also mention the zodiac. We have Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. This can be a person also showing up. And Pisces is a water sign. I don't know if you get along with fire signs good. I know that earth sign is very matching with Pisces energy. So this can be someone who has a lot of enthusiasm about life. I don't know if this is romance, but I feel like this can be a good friend. Also changes your perspective about what are the other opportunities available to you. Even if this is about holidays, even if this is about clothing, even if this is about the simplest things in your kitchen that you're using, but they have a very massive and powerful energy. And I feel like within the third month, this person's energy is that, and they might be inspiring you. Okay. And what happens is, okay, protection, frugality, and we have holding on, and the Queen of Pentacles coming. Your first response to their attitude is, I should really not just indulge into it right away, what they're saying. I should be careful about what I'm spending, what I'm giving. Or maybe you're going to jump into it right away too, because this is actually Four of Pentacles can be in the like a borderline energy, okay? Either you're on the edges, okay? You're on the edges of the thing. Maybe I feel like this is like a borderline energy here. Giving too much or not giving anything. So I'm going to check to see what this means, but it seems like you're going to balance it out eventually, okay? This can be even someone calling you on a new adventure, and you're going on an adventure first couple days and saying, no, this is not fitting with me. I'm going to withdraw completely. And so let's see why this is happening. Queen of Pentacles again on the bottom. Okay, because you want to plan things out, you are maybe used to getting clear-cut plans, and that's why maybe you want to go impulsive, you want to go spontaneous on this thing. That's why when the unexpected stuff happens, you're clenching to the things that you have. But this is suggesting that instead of going full on or just stopping back and pausing, Four of Swords is resting. Your mind just requires resting. Four of Swords, I interpret this in a sense of meditation as well. Meditation, prayer, and connection with the divine. So it seems like it has energies for you. Yes, it has messages for you. When you grab those messages, then you're going to be able to make the right decisions. With the Queen of Pentacles energy, I feel that you will actually get whatever is necessary in order for you to make your dream come true. Even if this is someone suggesting that this is how your dreams can be done, it seems like this is basically telling me you know better. I don't think they know better than you do. Okay, you know better how to make your dreams come true. So take the advice with a grain of salt from another and rest if you need to. Rest means maybe even take a break from those like very hyper energies. Start planning yourself, and you have all the tools. Utilize them. That will bring you to the finish line. Okay, I feel like Magician and Queen of Pentacles, not exactly the similar energy, but she also have a lot of resources. Maybe she doesn't make magic happen, but she uses them very carefully and very mindfully. Okay, so overall, the third month is going to be about figuring out, differentiating your thoughts, your desires from another one. And also, instead of just jumping on everything with both feet, planning out, thinking through, sleeping on things. That's a very good description of that too. Sleeping on ideas, and then going forward with your own perspective, and will actually feels good to you. Okay, which will bring you to finalizing this finish line. Let's see your oracle. This is Akashic Tarot. We have the lightning bolt here. I'm going to get some help from the guidebook, because this is a totally different type of deck, even though it says tarot on it. Forces are kind of like a fire energy, wands energy, not really 100%. Eight of forces can be symbolizing like eight of wands, but again, we have water here. You can see in this picture a lot. And the lightning bolt is actually hitting on a tree. Are there houses on the background? Yes, but it's a lone tree, so I don't know if this is going to cause fire here. But what it has is, it is striking a tree down to its core. Puddles of rain pool upon the ground. This card shows that it's time of splitting apart, a time of loss, disappointment, or even a metaphorical death. You may be feeling wounded, grieved, or gravely disappointed. Okay, so I will go with this 10 of Wands. I told you there's something is ending. At first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected, but in the light that flashes, we see deep puddles of storm that has been going on for some time. So I feel like here you already have been carrying this storm with you. Maybe there's a lot of burden with you. And it might come to an end in a way that is going to be a celebratory thing for you. But I felt like maybe something that was built on you might crumble down. That's why I felt like maybe if you're retiring or leaving a place, that place is going to crumble down basically. Now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what's so. There's a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning and a storm to cleanse the field. Basically, if that's what you're going through, it is going to be on your highest good. You can see the present and the future shows a very positive outcome. The first thing that we start with, maybe there's a very heavy weight on you. Maybe you have been praying for something different for so long. So it might be removed out of your life all of a sudden, but it seems like it's all going to work out eventually for you. Okay, looking beautiful. I like that. Let's see, broken ring. We started with the broken ring already as well. Let's see your life coaching, what it says. Mentor, you're about to meet a person of high integrity who will guide you in the right direction. Pay attention to that. Did I tell you? Okay, what we have here as person, we have the Hermit Virgo, Magician is Virgo and Gemini. And this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, King of Wands. I feel like that can be the only like a mentor also energy. But I'm leaning towards the Hermit, Virgo. Maybe this is someone you're taking as an example too while you're operating things, okay? Let's see your affirmation. What does it have to say? I remove any illusion that hides the truth. The answers are before me. Pay attention to the details, guys. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos for you to enjoy, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.